See if it's working.
As long as the audio isn't echoing, that's fine.
See how that goes.
Right. Right. Hello, everyone. If you can hear me, let me know. I can see the comments, which is good, and I can actually say hi in the chat on this. There you go. Look at that. I can say hi in the chat. Right. We've got 2 viewers. So after trying for about 7 times, hey, I can hear you. Right. Hey, Lucy. Hey, Steve. Thanks for popping in. So we are happy to announce we have a guest tonight. His name's Jay, also known as Hooked Aquatics, and we're going to add him to the stage now. You right, Jay?
Evening, everybody. How you doing? Hope everyone's well. Thanks for having me as well, Adam. Really appreciate it.
Right, so we've decided to use StreamYard, which isn't what I usually do. I used to do this maybe last year, but this should guarantee that we'll have a live tonight. We'll have something to put out because it has been an absolute joke. Usually YouTube is the reliable platform, especially when you're doing your lives. Minx is just absolutely shredding a chair up right now, getting it. But yeah, that's better. Everyone's happy with this, yeah? Okay, so we've got some landscape way. So a lot of you are used to watching me like this, but you're watching me like this today. There you go. So what we're going to do is we're going to ask each other questions, have different topics, and all sorts of stuff like that. We've just lost Jay.
That's me. Sorry.
Okay,
we're sorted.
Okay, right, okay. Can we all get a hi in the chat? Hello. The sad thing is we're not going to have the amount of views that we deserve to have, but we've got to get some kind of live out. It would have been wasted time on your half and my half too. How's the audio as well? We're using the DJI mic plugged into a Mac, which is a bit different, but should work fine. Hi in the chat. Right, we're all getting a hi in the chat. So everyone's here, 8 people. So it's nice to have you in here, Jay. Obviously, I've been watching bits and bobs of your channel. Obviously, we've spoke back and forth over the past few weeks about how your channel's come to and that. And obviously, a lot of people in here who watch myself may not know you. Obviously, through the Discord they do. You're right, Steve. You've come in at the time because I was about to absolutely lose my mind and start swearing my head off, which I haven't done yet on my YouTube channel, but it was about to happen because. We were trying to do a live directly from YouTube. For some reason, every time I'd talk, Jay'd freeze. Every time he'd talk, he'd freeze. So we're here now, finally. But yeah, so anyways, like I was just saying then, we've been speaking a little bit about how your channel's come to. You said you've been doing it for years as well. Mia's bath ruined. And yeah, so if you want to tell everyone about yourself, how long you've been doing your channel, how it come to, yeah,
absolutely. So I've been sort of on and off with YouTube for about 5-6 years on the fish side of things. Started in the hobby probably 6 or 7 years ago. Got my first tank, and then it snowballed from there. I just wanted to, I think with the YouTube, I wanted to document my own journey so that sort of beneficial for me as well, so that I can see how I have grown over the years and the progress I've made in the hobby, whether it be, going into plants. My first tank, my first setup, it is on the channel. I've left it on there and it is absolutely dire. It's awful. It's just full of plastic plants. It's full of just random bits. So yeah, it's nice to be able to see it from that perspective as well. And it kind of encourages me to do more, I think, as well.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I was quite fortunate when I started my channel. I didn't show exactly what I've done, although I have made a video of like my fish keeping story, which I sent in the Discord the other day for people who was asking like, oh, what was your first tank like? And yeah, my first tank that I done wasn't actually like full plastic, was it? I had like a couple bits of Bacopa that was fighting for survival because I didn't know about liquid fertilizers at the time. I didn't know about like appropriate lighting times and all sorts of stuff like that. I just kind of whacked a couple of tropical plants that Petron was selling at the time with a big SpongeBob pineapple as the centerpiece. And I think I started off with like maybe started off with 2 cardinals because the woman said to me, don't get neons, get cardinals, the hardier. So in all honesty, a lot of people slate Petron, yeah, but I genuinely got like some good advice from that lady. She said, wait a week for the tank to cycle, come in with a water test. When you come in, you can only have 2 fish for the beginning, and then so on. And I was like, oh, what about guppies? Like, no, not them either. And now, like, I was like, why won't she sell me guppies? Now I realise guppies aren't as hardy as they used to be back in the day and that, and she was helping me out, which is really nice for in all honesty. So yeah, as many people that slate pets at home, include myself at times, my actual local one was probably one of the better ones from what I've heard of other people's stories too. But yeah, so getting into it, I wanted to like ask you as well. So you were saying that you started your YouTube channel, uploading your first tank on there. You've been doing it for, like you said, around a good few years now too. Who was it that like inspired you to like start your content? I know that you started years ago, but like you were saying to me recently, you've had a bit of a resurgence in how you feel about YouTube, how you've approached it, how you feel about the hobby and stuff like that too. So yeah, let us know about that exactly.
Yeah, absolutely. I think over the past couple of years, I've started to get into it more and I've started to learn more about it, especially with the aquascaping side, plant growth and things like that. There was a shop not too far from both myself and you, over in Northwich Way, called the Aquascaping Company. And the guy that ran it, Matt, was just like hot on it. He knew everything there was to know about aquascaping plants and he was catering to all levels. So I went in with a beginner sort of knowledge, knew nothing about what I could grow in my aquarium, what would suit my current setup. Because I just had, at that point, I was growing plants still in the wall, in the pot, just sticking them in and going, yeah, that'll do, fine. Gravel in the bottom, and then just a few bits of hardscape and thinking, yeah, that's fine. When I looked into it more and I sort of went, actually, I want to make a proper effort of it. I want to make it look good. I want to start to sort of develop my knowledge and learn. I found the shop at the aquascaping company was down the road. Went there, Matt taught me through everything I could grow in my current setup. And I think from there, every time I went to see him, I was going, I want to try growing a new plant. What can I do to sort of push the boundaries in what I've got and the resources I've got to make it work so that it'll grow? And I'll see the growth and go, okay, actually, yeah, I'm doing okay with it. And over time, yeah, that really did help. I just sort of kept trying new things, kept trying new products, fertilizers. Then I started with, I made a video, it's got to be 12 months, maybe over 12 months ago now, on a Denelay liquid CO2 set. Literally, all you do is you've got the powder, pour it into the bottle, and it activates the solution.
Yeah,
30 days worth of CO2 drip fed into your aquarium.
Was it that
It was
little
mega.
cube one? Yeah, that little.
Yeah.
I same one. Yeah.
I can't remember what it's called. Carbo Biostart or something like that.
Yeah. I had the
Yeah.
exact same one. I had that. I bought that when I first started at the shop to give it a little try because I'd used a starter kit before, but the ones I'd used, which I did a giveaway of recently, was the one where you press down on it and then like inject it yourself rather than slowly injecting into your aquarium. But yeah, they're a cool little entry point for people with getting into CO2.
Yeah, absolutely. And I've started using now. I've tried liquid CO2 just because of the space, really. I haven't really got space around the tank to facilitate a full CO2 system at the moment, which is a bit frustrating. But going to try and get there eventually. But yeah, it's working well. It's working really well with sort of easy to moderate plants. It works fine, and it's nice to be able to see that it is actually making a difference and there is growth there. But yeah, I started with Limnophila. That was my Limnophila sessiflora was my first plant.
Steve lets me order the plants in sometimes, and he goes like, "What is a top seller?" And I go, "Well, this." And if it isn't, it should be. Like, I've managed to kill it, but I don't know many other people that have managed to kill it. I'm just the odd one out. It's a literal weed in it.
Yeah, honestly, it's ridiculous. Like you plant one stem, you could plant a trimming, and it'll just go bizarre. Like give it a week, and it's like taking over your tank. Like it's affecting your filter flow because it's just like covering over the filter. It's nuts. But yeah, it's a good starting point, I think, because when you see that you can grow something, even though it's the most basic plant ever, you're not to know that when you start. So, you know, yeah, I think that was definitely for me anyway. It was a sort of good starting point for me to go, yeah, all right, we'll go from there.
So, like, when I was saying, like, who inspired you? Obviously, you were saying about the lad in the aquascaping shop there. Who else, like, in terms of like YouTube creators, like obviously there's the big heavy hitters and that out there that like the likes of MD, Fish Up Matt, George Farmer and stuff like that too. Yeah, like who inspired you?
I think, as you say, they're the ones that you go to. They're your main go-tos. I do really like Green Aqua. Green Aqua's content. I'm never going to produce something like that. You know, you look at it and you go,
they're like, I'd aspire to do that, but even with the right equipment, I'd be a little perplexed as to how they do it. Of course, like they've got literal high quality top filming equipment. I put these on. I regret it. I had some good orbs going on. But yeah, like Green Aqua, they're a great channel that I've been keeping an eye on, that I've been watching for some time. Why's my mum trying to call me mid-live? She knows I go live. Mia, send her a link to me live on WhatsApp. She's probably going to go, "Why aren't you live?"
Well, what's with all the problems that have happened?
Yeah, well, what's been going on? Are you okay? Do you need to swear for 5 minutes? No, so yeah, like you were saying, the Green Aquas, like they're really cool. Was there any like smaller creators? Like I have like I've got a really good liking towards. Have you heard of Dan's Fish?
No.
So Dan's Fish, I think he's got affiliation with like Aquarium Co-op, so he has like a big warehouse out somewhere in America or the States or something, and like his warehouse is tied directly, or it's like built on the edge of like a stream, so all the water comes from the stream, fresh water from the stream, into his warehouse, and that's how he does his water changes. That's where he sources his water from. And like he has all these mad rare species in, so like it's the most bare basic content, I'll be honest. But like I don't know why that like is nice for my smooth brain, because I'll just put it on and like I'll sit there and I'll find fish that I've never maybe seen before, and like that's how I'll find like some little bits of rare fish, or maybe Steen Front Aquatics too. Front or Fot double T, I don't know. I always get it wrong. But yeah, is there any like smaller creators you've been watching at the minute?
Yeah, so there's a few. I think I can't remember the name of the channel. There's an Australian guy that's sort of doing the same sort of thing. He builds his own fish room, and from the start, he's basically just made it into a business. And his channel has shown how he's grown his sort of business from just a little fish room in his garage to a full unit. I can't remember the name of the channel at all.
What about Keeping Fish Simple?
I'm not too sure. I'll have to check. I'll put it in the Discord after the stream.
He's a young lad. Keeping Fish Simple. Is he the one who done the video on the zebra placos like dying off bloodworm?
I know who you mean. It's not him, but I know who you mean. Yeah.
Was he
yeah, because he had quite a lot of success with them, didn't he?
Yeah.
I think he'd been at it for years, hadn't he? And then he'd eventually managed to get a lot of success with them. And you said, yeah, I know you said, I think it was last week on your live stream about JT keeping fish as well.
Yeah.
His channel's great. It's really good, good to watch. Again, easy watching, and it's quite inspirational as well, because you see somebody of, he's really young, isn't he?
He's 18.
And yeah, you see him doing what he's doing, and you're thinking, fair enough. Like, you've developed to that level at 18 years old. It's bonkers. But yeah, people like that, it's really, and obviously I've said it before, not trying to sort of embarrass you, but yourself as well, and your growth in the past few months has been, to smaller creators anyway, has been inspirational. It's really nice to see somebody that puts so much work into the videos. You, like I said to you, you go up and down the country for the sake of filming. Like filming fish on Mark, 3 videos in a day. It's just like, you don't get that at that level. You just don't get that dedication, and it's really nice to see you getting the sort of plaudits you deserve with it.
I really appreciate that. Like, so thank you so much, Jay. And it's going to be nice. Like, if you all don't know, I'm hopefully going to be going aqua, whether that's with the shop or by myself. I will be meeting you hopefully at some point, because there's a lot of you like yourself and AH and others that'll be going there that I've been speaking to since I started, and it's like it'll be nice to finally see people and meet them, because it's been a graft. I think this year, like, it's shown a lot more growth, like, because I was doing it gradually, and like I put a lot in at the beginning, and then I didn't get much. I did get me 1K, and I was really happy with that, but after I hit the 1K, I kind of just started to like die off. And like, I didn't know what I could do. I was coming out with new video ideas. I was trying harder, and it just wasn't really work for me. It was quite difficult, in all honesty. But I hit the new year, and I was like, right, it's make or break. I turned to me and I went, listen, I don't think I can keep doing this. Like, I know I love it, and I really enjoy it. But it was like, I actually haven't said this before, so this is an exclusive to the 14 people that are in here. I genuinely said, if I don't grow, I'm gonna quit, because like I thought there's no point anymore. And just as I said that, I thought, right, it's make a break. I'll put as much as I possibly can do into the channel, whether that's I'll go back end of the country to just record a shed with a couple fish tanks in and do a shop tour. I'll do it. Like, whatever spare amount of my wages I've got, I'll go somewhere. I've invested in a rail card, so I'll be able to travel up and down. Like, I don't drive. Maybe it's a sign I should, but I've been everywhere. I've been to Wharf, which is like 3-4 hours that way. I've went Somerset, which is 3-4 hours that way. And then now it's finding other places now too. But I've technically hit the heavy hitters, but there's even more out there. It's not just about the heavy hitters. It's about other shops to visit too, other content creators, do collaborations and stuff like that too. It's just persistency. Like, you've just got to keep consistently doing it. Now, I was doing that last year, not to make the live about myself, but like just giving it insight for yourself. I was doing that last year. I was doing 1 to 2 daily lives. No, not daily shorts a day. I was doing 1 to 2 uploads a week. I was doing 1 to 2 lives a week. And in doing so, I was burning out very quick. At first, I was going relentlessly, and it was doing good. And quite a few people in here now are probably seeing that period of time where, yeah, it was just starting to become more of a chore than anything. And that way isn't what it's about. And it hit a point this year where I think I turned to me and went, right, I haven't hit over 1,000 views in over 6 months. I know what I need to do. So I went and done a shop tour. Yeah. And it's easy content. But there's people out there that do shop tours and they're really good, but they just nosedive. And I was like, right, everything that I've gathered, everything that I've learned, doing the right thumbnail, doing the right title, put all that into a shop tour and see how it goes. And I went, And I'll say this to Spud, and I'll say it to the face. So I owe Spud probably for the resurgence of my channel, going over and doing the shop tour, because he popped into our shop at the back end of last year and was like, "Oh, like you're always welcome to come and do a shop tour on our shop and that." And yeah, like I went there. I went with Mia. Someone was roasting the camera work. To this day, I'll defend her. Camera work was great. I just realized that when I figured it out now, when I export it, it has to be in 60 FPS, even if it's recording 30, because YouTube likes to destroy your videos when you upload them. But yeah, hey, Michael, how you doing? Yes, lad, how are we? Think me and Joe are going Aqua as well. That'd be great, mate. Hope you're doing well in your new house. Hope you're settling in and getting everything sorted. Project Pond at some point is on its way, innit?
That's what you need.
Yeah. You totally did burn yourself out, but recently I've seen the change. You've got your groove back for sure. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I done me live last week. Was I on a bit of a short fuse? Probably, just slightly, but then I get into it. As you know, we're human at the end of the day. I can't just be like you're saying, the happy lardy-dardy every single time. Like we're human at the end of the day. You got stuff going on in your life and you're working and you got all sorts of things going on. So yeah, but before I chew through the rest of my questions, how about we'll switch the roles round and you can ask me some questions or bring up some topics in the chat.
Yeah, so this will probably tie quite nicely into that. So obviously, over the last couple of weeks, you've sort of ventured away from your shop tours and things like that, and you're going towards helping beginners and producing content that are going to support new people coming into the hobby.
Yeah,
making changes to your channel and your content that's going to support anybody that's sort of beginner level, even intermediate level, people that have no clue about fish keeping at all. Will you ever, if the opportunity presents itself, to do a shop tour somewhere that you really want to, whether it be the other end of the country, another country, if the opportunity presented itself, would you go for it and go back to the shop tours?
So I think when I sent that message in a Discord, it was a bit misunderstood. I'll always do shop tours. It's a no-brainer. It helps out the shop that I'm visiting. It helps out the business I'm visiting. But I also don't want to be the shop tour guy, which I think like until I've done the videos with Matt, it's going to be it was kind of heading in that direction. Do not get me wrong. Views for flying. Is it sustainable? No, it really isn't sustainable. I cannot go up and down the country all week. I've got a job. I've got stuff to do. But even then, I'll still try and fit things in. So yeah, will I go up and down the country if I can? I will. I've got my eyes on some shops up north. It's just about getting there. Whether I'll have someone help me with, like I've been speaking to you as well about obviously some of the aquascape shops. I'd love to visit them. It's just going to be one of them. It will be a day trip, even if it's in a car. So it's figuring that out. But I will. I'd love to do more shop tours. It's always going to be a part of my channel. It's always going to be a part of content I'm releasing. But will it be the only thing I'm releasing? No. And that's where I enjoy what I'm doing with my channel. And I don't actually see many channels doing it. A lot of channels, and again, maybe that's because that's where YouTube rewards them channels. But I've been pushing the threshold a little bit. YouTube rewards channels that stick to one thing. So when I'm doing shop tours every single week, it guarantees views, people subscribe. But then if I do video on a beginner video, maybe I'll lose about 5 subs, but then I'll gain 10 or 15. And it's just meeting all types of viewer, but also just doing what I enjoy, and that's what I'll stick to. I'll do an aquascape and set up a tank. I'll do a beginner's video. I'll do a shop tour. I'll do an interview. I'll do me lives. I'll do whatever I want. And hopefully I'll be able to break that stigma or threshold that YouTube has where it boxes you into a certain type of content. And there's nothing wrong with doing that. People gain a lot more success a lot quicker doing that. But I want to do it my way, and hopefully it'll pay off. But it's one of them things. I am looking to target that audience, like I was saying, about reaching beginners and new hobbyists, because at the end of the day, it's people like ourselves who've got like this viewer base, this audience. It's for us to relay our knowledge and information to the people who don't know. And it's very intimidating for beginners in the hobby to come into the hobby, and when the day and age of social media, and they'll go on to the first Facebook group that they go into and post a picture of the tank, go, here's my new tank, and it'll have like the most abysmal plastic setup going. And rather than people saying, oh, cool tank, but do this, no, everyone's like, that's awful, that's animal abuse, it's all that. It's like, I want to create a source of content where people will be able to view it and go, okay, maybe I've started with the wrong setup or something that isn't the right kind of setup for me fish, but this will inspire me to give it a different approach. And obviously I was doing that when I was working in the shop. My role's now different. I'm doing the social media side of things, but from my own content perspective and fish keeper perspective, I want to build that bridge, and that, whether that's making content for the shop and we're doing these beginner guide videos, but also through myself on my own knowledge off my own back too. It's one of them that it's just helping helping people in that way, because at the end of the day, we want more people to get into the hobby. We don't want it to die, and we want to keep it going and turning over. Someone, so I'm just reading one of the comments here from Steve, Climbing Aquarists. Mix it up. I do prefer the podcast format though. Yeah, I'd love to do plenty more podcasts. These lives are like a live podcast really too, especially when you've got a guest on. But I think people like the idea of having a one-to-one conversation, and there's definitely room for that. I'd love to do more of that, and I think that there's a potential of doing that when I collab with the likes of maybe yourself when I see you soon. At some point, we'll organise something, maybe with Adam too, people who are in the Northwest, and then maybe even down south. It's something that I'd love to do. So yeah, that is on the cards, and I'd like to do that for sure. But yeah, that was quite a long-winded answer. I do.
No, it's all right. It's one of them. Like we were saying before, when somebody comes into the hobby, you can do more wrong than you can do right. You're going to notice you're going to get a lot more setbacks than you are things that go right for you.
Mm-hmm.
And it is really deflating. Like we all know from personal experience, it's so deflating when you lose a fish, you've put a fish in your tank too early, your fish have died, you lose a fish, you can't grow the plant you want to grow successfully. You know, there's all different things to it. It's one of them, it's a minefield. And when you first start out, you don't know where to look. And people creating content like yourself, supporting beginners and supporting, I know Fish Shop Matt's doing quite a lot of it as well at the moment, supporting beginners and supporting new hobbyists. It is going to bring more people into the hobby because they go, okay, it's all right to make mistakes. I'm not, I'm human. I'm not going to be frowned upon for making mistakes, because at the end of the day, in this hobby, if you don't make mistakes, then you're not going to learn.
Exactly, like the hobby is all about. We've got some more comments. You can get a few tips and insight to the person. Yeah, this is good. Live liked. I would like to catch one of your lives, Adam, but you go live when I'm at work. Yeah, this is the issue with time difference, Jesse. At the end of the day, but you can always catch the re-upload at some point. Thanks for popping in and liking the live, Jesse. Yeah, so. My mind's blanked. Yeah, it's one of them. The hobby is about making mistakes. It's about learning from your mistakes. I learned that do not put an air when you're treating a tank. All your plants are dead. You've got lack of water flow. Don't put your air stone in the container that you're keeping the fish treated. Rather look after the rest of the fish in the tank than that one fish. What I did, one of my first wipeouts in the hobby was when one of my black phantoms was going weird. I think it had some swim bladder related issues. I put it in a container floating in the tank. I treated the tank, and it was still going, like it was on its way out. And I thought, at the time, oh, it'd be wonderful if you try. Mia, sorry, could you put that other light back on, please? This one, yeah. I thought I could get away with wearing my glasses, but I just can't. It's that glare. I hate it. Yeah, that one's fine. Yeah, it's that. So yeah, it's about making mistakes, and like as I was saying, I had that container floating around. I put the air stone in, and I woke up next day and over half my fish had died because I depleted them of oxygen because I didn't have a lack of water flow, and then there was treatment in the water. It's essential, one of the things. But I learned my mistake that way, and then someone said, "Yeah, but I like seeing your pretty face live." Don't make me blush now, Jesse. Hit the nail on the head, Jay. If it was all plain sailing, we wouldn't learn anything. Exactly. Like Martin, like you can speak for yourself at the minute. You're going through a rough patch with your tank and your Emperor's wiping out. But you'll learn from that and maybe try something different or a different approach, or maybe set up your tank differently. Again, what you've done from what we spoke in the Discord, you haven't done much wrong, but it's just everyone's hobby is different. Everyone's tank's different. Every fish that he keeps different too. I made 2 mistakes last night. Blocked my Oase filtered tomato sponge and accidentally flooded my kitchen.
Excellent.
Hey,
easy mistake.
I'm so glad that I'm living with me now because we've got a laminate flooring. When I was living with my mum and dad, it was carpet.
Oh, I know the pain all too well. My Roma is on the landing, carpeted.
Well,
awful.
I've did the odd spill of kick of a bucket when I've been doing a water change. Gone downstairs and there's a big streak going across the ceiling. Big yellow streak. Yeah, water damage. So me and Mia have come to the agreement that if we get our house together at some point in the future, fish room is going on ground floor. Everyone else in here is saying, get a shed, but I can't be bothered insulating until I need to expand. But that's in the back of my mind. The idea is filling that out and then the rest. But yeah,
try getting Seachem Prime in your carpet. Days.
Yeah,
days. That smell.
No, the worst thing I'd done was I had all my fish in one bucket for 3 days when I was doing a rescape, and when I was in my room and it hadn't been moved around, it was like walking through like this much, like my width, and I'd kicked the bucket in the night when I went to bed, and I woke up next day in my room hummed, but then downstairs hummed because of the streak, because it'd gone through the floorboards into the plasterboard downstairs. Yeah, I was scrubbing it for days, and we were just keeping the windows open, trying to air out the house.
It's awful. There's nothing worse. Absolutely nothing worse.
Ever dropped Prime on a black t-shirt? It bleaches it. Damn. Well, that's good to know.
I haven't actually, but yeah, that's an interesting one.
Martin, you're still a baby. You're still not the eldest. He's 49.
Spring chicken.
Yeah, spring chicken. If you got your next one lined up there.
Yeah. So it's a bit of a cliche one, to be honest, but what is your favourite fish that you've kept, and what is your dream fish? If you could get absolutely any fish with no restriction on finances, on space, on tank size, what would you go for?
Well, my favourite was Hong Shloi, but he's gone to the
fish heaven.
Fish heaven's the nice way to put it. He's definitely not. Hong Shloi was my favourite, but he's gone now. The favourite fish I'm currently keeping right now will have to be. See, I like the. It's hard now.
I know what you're going to say.
Well, the lizard loach is cool, but it's got to be the honeycomb woodcats.
Yeah.
since I've been feeding them as well, they start to get a bit more since they've settled into my tank and they've been feeding now, they've got more confident. And every time I put anything food related, even if it's a tiny dot, they'll fly out and start they can't see properly, so they just kind of fly around back and forth and try and eat something. But now that they've matured my tank a bit, they're getting fat and round and they got these big long whiskers on them. And this one right here, it's just chilling in the it thinks it's hiding. It's not hiding. It's not hiding. It's right at the front of the tank, but because they can't see too well, it thinks it's hiding and doing a good job, but it's not. And so yeah, I really like them at the minute. They've definitely piqued me interest. I do like these croak and Grammy too. I wish I was to be able to focus on that, but yeah. But yeah, I'd probably say the honeycomb woodcat at the moment is my favourite that I'm keeping. What would be something that I'd like to keep?
With no constraints, restrictions, anything. Restrictions.
Zeb's is such a cliche answer in it.
Valid answer.
I can afford them, and I could easily get them. I could easily get Zebra Pleco, but I want to do a proper setup. And if I'd get them, I want to get a group of them. But then everyone's like, "Oh, so I want to try and breed them." No, I just want to get a group of them, not just for keeping. And if they breed, they breed. But that'd be cool. That isn't what I'm after either. It'd have to be Ivanacara bimaculata. Ever seen them?
I've heard of them.
So they're also nicknamed Zebra Akara.
Yeah, I remember. I don't know whether you've ever... Do you listen to any podcasts?
Not many.
Watercolors Aquarium Gallery. Really good podcast. I swear they did a podcast on them.
They might have done. There's I think is it Desktop Aquatics on Instagram that has them, a pair of them. Desktop Aquatics, or is it Daku? I don't think Daku. Maybe Daku was them. But yeah, Fish Up Matt's got something similar. Nowhere near as expensive, but something similar. But yeah, I'd love to keep them. There's some Corey types that I wouldn't mind. What is it? Gone over my head. There's also, I really want to keep a Robo Otto. Ever seen them?
No, never seen them.
Robocop Otto Synclus, yeah. They're quite weird with a weird eye. They're a bit longer than the usual Otto. You got a bit of orange on them and bluey, grey colour. They're quite nice. If I wanted if I had no restraints though. See, I'm not a huge fish lover, I'll be honest, in terms of big fish, monster fish.
Yeah.
But nothing beats a good Oscar or an arowana. Just something about them. Rays don't do it for me. I don't know why. They never have. It just feels like the in my mind, it feels like they look weird in a tank, they shouldn't belong in a tank, in my opinion. That's because they need a huge tank, but even in a huge tank, they just look weird. I think some fish that look right in a fish tank, with them, they don't for me. But again, own preference and enjoyment, and I've seen some stunning setups with rays, so that's a bit of a controversial one. But yeah, Oscar. Actually, no, I am talking absolute waffle. Me and Mia have spoke about this. We used to go to a shop called Something Fishy, and they had a fire eel in there that unfortunately passed. And I would.
Whereabouts is that?
Greasby in the Wirral.
Okay. Because there's one near where me and Adam AH are called Something Fishy, and I'm pretty sure I don't know. I don't think it was a fire eel.
It's not Something Fishy. It's Something Fishy.
This is Something Fishy.
Yeah. So they had a really sick, dead personable, water puppy fire eel that it was in with community fish and it wouldn't eat them. Maybe it tried to eat a steer by once and got a shock, so then it learned. But Yeah, I'd love to keep a fire eel.
Yeah.
I'd do. I just need a big enough tank, and I don't think that's possible whilst we're living here. But when we get our own place together, like that we've both got together, then it'll be something that we can have in the future.
Yeah, definitely. That's
like we can't have it here, unless we get rid of the Roma. I'm not getting rid of the Roma. I'm happy with the Roma. I don't know.
it's one of them, isn't it?
Right across, then maybe. But the issue is, I would go for a bigger tank here, but that was a nightmare getting it up the stairs.
I think with the radiator too, because
The radiator gets in the way. Yeah, that's the issue. The radiator. Everyone in the chat the other week was saying just rip it out the wall. Can't do that. Break tenancy.
Yeah, I'd be all right.
Someone said Roma looks great, don't touch. I do want to keep it. You know what? Another fish I've never kept, but I'd like to keep is pale gourami. So I agree with Martin there. Pale gourami are just nice. Look it up, pale gourami. I'm half tempted to do a switch up on stocking in this, maybe even a rescape at some point. But this is a question for everyone in the chat. Would a pale gourami be too big for the Roma 125?
With your current stocking?
If I didn't have the current stocking.
You've got a canister, to be fair. I don't think so. You just have it as a feature. I had a dwarf gourami in that Roma. I couldn't think what it was called then.
Okay. Yeah. My only concern is everything in there is relatively small. End up becoming food.
Hi, Margie. Hope you're well.
Yeah, my mum's saying hi.
And I'm from Tarpley, mate. It's probably about half an hour from you guys ish.
Tarpley?
It's like just underneath Chester.
Oh yeah. Okay, you're not. Yeah, you were saying Cheshire area.
Yeah, literally coming from where you are down the motorway, and then you get to Chester roundabout. You take a left off Chester roundabout, and it's literally 5 minutes down the road.
Yeah, you're not. Jay, what's the dog's name?
Olive.
Yeah,
she's disappeared now though. She's probably asleep downstairs. I've not heard a bark, so that's a bonus.
Don't know where Minx has gone. We'll feed her, treat everyone. Don't worry. I know that you're all going to be asking later on. So I'll get into one of my questions for you. What type of fish keeper are you?
That's a good question.
I
like
so many
nano.
There's nano. There's aquascapey. Do you like? Because for me, I like aquascaping, but I don't like aquascaping to the point where it's just there for look rather than like in this tank there is way more fish in that Roma than it looks like. Like there's way more, but they're all hiding in and out between crevices of rocks and wood. I really like making a bit of a natural setup for my fish.
Yeah.
Whereas like some people do like an aquascape where it's just like a field of grass of like a carpet or something, then it's nothing. It's just the glass box with a carpet.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like I love my nano fish anyway. That's my sort of main bit. I like big fish as well, but not in my home aquariums as such. I think if I had a dream species at the moment, it'd be toucan tetras. Really want to get some.
Really like them. They're just
they're a pain to keep, and they're expensive, and they're impossible
like
to get.
$12.95 each.
Yeah, they're really expensive.
No, I will hate it. I am not going for that. Yeah, toucan tetra.
They're stunning. They're absolutely stunning, but they require like different pH to your standard. They require soft water. There's so many requirements for them. They're one of them that I feel like if you keep them, you've got to keep them in a species only tank or with something that can adapt. which is, but definitely something I'd like to do in the future. But yeah, I think nano fish, like you say, aquascaping. I love aquascaping, but from the perspective of I like it to be right for the fish. So I like them to have space to hide, space to, little crevices to swim through, like the ottocinclus, the shrimps I've got as well. Just hiding spaces for them, places that they can go away from the more boisterous fish in the tank. I love my blueberry tetras, but they're always out. They're always darting about.
I miss keeping them, man, because I haven't had a fish like them since. The reason I got rid of them from the 90 litre is the setup I had them in. I felt like it wasn't fair on them, and I also felt like I wanted to go down the route of having one type of schooling fish at the time. And because I'd gone out my way to peer like that year before, and I had a bit of a sentimental attachment to the raccoons, I decided to go and keep them. And do I regret it? Not really, because the raccoons are quite a different fish in themselves. I've never really kept a tetra like them before, but the blueberries, like the most non-fussy eater, you'll drop something in, they're like bam, they'll hit the surface, they'll eat whatever you throw in. I had them when they were like set up in the tank and they were schooling in a line like this. And then like one would try and creep forward to the front of the school, and the other one would like they have a little bicker, and then like you take over, and then it'd be like back and forth like that. When you've got a decent like water flow coming from your canister filter, it's so cool to watch them do it. And that red pollute, the red Peru are the most boring fish. They do nothing. I've never actually seen them in person. I've seen pictures of them, and I also believe they get confused with blueberries. The red Peru.
I'll show you, because the lights will be on now. I'll show you them. Now they've coloured up now and they look so much better. You just have to ignore the weird sort of fungus thing that's growing that I can't seem to get rid of at the moment. Let's just see if we can get a decent. They're not really.
Oh, look how coloured up they are.
But yeah, they've coloured up like massively. Or the camera's inverted, so if it's tilted the wrong way, it goes the other way. But yeah,
that's quite an odd stocking, though. You got your rock Achilles.
Yeah, so it's a bit of a strange one, because I had them in the original community tank. So I originally had a 60 litre community tank, which was my original setup. Mm-hmm. So my first tank was that tank, and I kept it for like years. But I had a group of 6 of them in there, and I lost 2 of them. And I'd had them for quite a long time. I lost 2 of them, and then I just thought, it's either I get another tank or I transfer them across. This is before I got the blueberries, and I've got the filter I've got a U3 internal, and the flow's not great. It's not great for them. But I'm hoping, I've got a couple of other tanks lined up, so I'm hoping that I can get them set up and get them in a better environment. They don't do too badly in it, but it's not ideal. I'd like them to have the slow moving flow, but they seem to do okay. They eat fine, but like I say, I can't wait to get them back in their own tank and then get more of them. That's the plan, because like I say, I've only got the 4 now. I lost 2 of them, and it's sort of, they do a lot better in a school. So I think if I can get a few more of them, it'll make a big difference, and they'll start to do the thing again, which will be nice.
So the next one, let me have a look. So probably a bit of a deep question. We've got 17 people in here. Hi everyone, thanks for popping in. I'm glad that we've still got a decent viewership after the absolute mess we had trying to sort it out. But we finally got a live. We've been going now for almost 50 minutes, which is surprising, because we were about to call it, to be honest, but I was like, let me try one more thing and see if it works. Thankfully, it's working. Hey Mickey, long time no see. Thanks for popping in. So what is your YouTube aspirations? Like where do you see your channel going? What are you hoping to achieve with your channel, kind of thing? Yeah.
So it's like you said earlier, really. I like to do things that you don't see all the time. And quite often I do notice that maybe a video doesn't do too well. I uploaded a video last week on book recommendations in fish keeping. It's really niche. There's barely anything on YouTube to do with books and things like that, but it's something that I enjoy. So I quite like to try and blend it so that it's things that I can enjoy making the content whilst also providing good information for people. And I'd like to sort of grow. Obviously, it's a lot harder, but I would like to grow that way. I also, similar to yourself, I really enjoy helping people. I think that is key to growing the hobby, to get people into the hobby and to get people interested. I think we've got to help each other and sort of make sure that new people that are coming into the hobby aren't laughed at. Like you said, the fish keeping groups, there's so many of them on Facebook. I don't know if you're in any of them. Some of the posts.
Facebook for me, man, it's such a rough one because I know there's some good groups out there, but it's like a bit of a cesspit almost.
Yeah.
To put it bluntly, because I remember I got a pic. I went to a fish shop. I got a pleco, and it was a bristlenose, but it was sold to me as a bulldog pleco, and I went, just got sold this as a bulldog pleco. Just wanted to confirm it if it is. Some guy commented, it isn't, with loads of exclamation marks. Went, okay, they went,
no explanation. You're just going to tell me that, and
started insulting me. I was like, you don't know how long I've been keeping fish. Like, what? And he's just like berated me, calling me, insult me, and everything. Like, mate, this is what it was sold as to me. I'm not mislabeling it. I'm just saying it's been sold to me as this. I got a good feeling it isn't. Tell me what it is and why. And yeah, there wasn't a direct answer. It was just getting berated with insults and all that. I was like,
yeah,
people just don't want to share the hobby online. I remember sharing my first video on YouTube, and it was about like I was saying in the video with Matt on that interview I done with him, like done me Roma, and like it was quite kind of heavily stocked, but I had a canister running on a Roma, which is a small tank, and it was over filtrated, so it gave me that leeway. But it was scary to show people on the internet what I'd made, and if that'd be okay, is that fine?
Yeah,
and like
you're always thinking about the judgment. The judgment is always there, no matter what you put out. There's always going to be people that will leave comments and say, I've had it on numerous occasions. Things I put out that are really basic. I put out a video ages ago I was putting an air stone in my tank, and I thought, to a beginner, that might be something that they find a little bit, it's straightforward, but they might find it a little bit daunting. It's something new. I put a video out straight away. I got a similar thing. Why are you doing that? Pointless video. And then I had a few other comments that were like, thank you for this. Really appreciate it. I've just started in the hobby and I'm looking to get my first tank set up and this helps. Things like that. And then you think, well, actually, I might have had a negative comment or a couple of negative comments, but I've also had a couple of nice comments where it's actually helped people. And then you feel like you've done something good. And I think from that perspective, I think that is a nice way to grow your channel and to get more people involved in the community. Like you say, it's really rewarding at the same time. And I think that's the best way to go. Always be helpful and approachable to people, and people will reciprocate it by following your content.
Exactly. And like I remember like speaking about that kind of topic with Matt when I was down there the other day, and like he said it before, he'd done his plastic tank setup, but it was an aquascape with plastic plants, and like he said it's the first video that got a ton of hate, but then in doing so he also got a ton of good response because there's people with disabilities who can't trim the plants, stuff like that. There's always something that you'll do that one person will be like, I already know that. Why are you doing that? But then you've got people who are like, well, this helps. And that's the idea. It's just kind of persevering and just carrying on. But what I was going to say as well, in terms of that topic, is, yeah, it's difficult with controversy, but yeah, it's just figuring out what works for the majority, not the minority.
Yeah,
and trying not to be judgmental, because it's like the videos. I'll openly put my hands up. I love Fish for Thought. I think his videos are very entertaining. You know, the fish tank reviews.
Yeah.
But I went to do something similar, and like I was speaking with my boss Steve, and he was saying like, why are you ripping into people? Like, why don't you give them positive? Like, why don't you say, okay, this is what you've done bad, but this is what you could do good to improve it. So I've only done one of them videos because it was a lot of work and the rate their tanks. I'd love to do more of them. But like I was trying to encourage people by saying, right, the setup you've done isn't ideal. But this is what you could do to visually improve it, rather than like this looks awful and disheartening people, because at the end of the day, like everyone's hobby is personable to them. Like their tank could be very personal to them, and like you ripping apart that and saying that's awful may be quite insulting. So it's like doing it in the right way too. But yeah, let's move on to the next question. I'll let you ask yours.
Yeah, so this is a good one for you, because we're gonna sort of fish shop Matt. You've done it. Who's next on your list? Who would be your dream collab? If you could collaborate with anybody in the fish keeping world on YouTube, it could be absolutely anybody. Who would you pick? Who would be your inspiration?
Inspiration, or the one to choose? Like, I've got a lot of inspirations, but I haven't got one answer. I've got a lot. It's just if it's possible. MD would be great.
I've just seen AH's comment there.
Careful now, Adam. Everyone's saying MD. George Farmer would be great. I know he's in my Discord. And he's dropped a picture of his tanks and then hasn't said a word since. So I think George knows I exist, so that would be cool. Aquarium Co-op would be amazing.
Yeah, that'd be a good one.
It would definitely be amazing. I'd have to fly out to America. Matt Harden in the background. Yeah, there he is. Matt, you do not understand. If you were to come in earlier, you probably did, and then just didn't say nothing. It was an absolute mess. This live was just a mess. I've just logged on as my name got said. It's a bit funny because I think AH like mentioned MD once in a video, and MD commented, and he was like, "Oh, thanks." And he was like, "It was like, so if I keep saying a YouTuber's name in front of the camera, they'll just spawn in the chat or in my comment section. That'd be funny." Yeah, I'd love to work with MD. I'd love to work with George Farmer. I'd love to work with Aquarium Co-op. I'd love to work with so many channels. The MJs, or the Fish for Thought, or the Keeping Fish Simple. There's so many YouTubers, like larger YouTubers. So of course, even Aquarium Adventures, Graham. Yeah, there's so many people. YouTube message us every hour. Our name is said. I don't know if he's joking. That'd be funny. Every time I don't know where I got R from. You can tell my glasses aren't on. Say his name and he shall appear. I believe in fish art, Matt. No,
Matt Hendry.
Yeah, Joe Hendry. Yeah. Yeah, Matt spawned out of nowhere. No, honestly, like Matt was one of the like I said to him face to face. I said I pulled up on my phone. I'll pull it up now. I sent Matt a message on my personal account like 4 years ago, maybe. Was it 4 years ago? I'll get it now. Fish. Sure, Matt. Here you go.
I think it's the case though, isn't it? Like you ask anybody
Yeah,
in the hobby
free.
in the UK, and they'll say Fish Shop Mat, MD Fish Tanks.
Yeah,
They're the two that everybody looks up to in the hobby, and it's it's just the way it is. Everybody watches the videos because they produce the best content.
So there's my message to Matt. I'll read that out loud to you because you'll be able to see it. It's flipped. Hi Matt, I was wondering if you have any recommendations for uncommon fish that I could stock my Fluval Flex 57 with. Also, I seen on MD's video you're a Liverpool fan. You'll never walk alone.
You'll never walk alone. Oh no!
It's a little cringe. Yeah. Did I put a smiley face? Yeah, little.
Have you still got that message, Mark, by any chance?
Matt will have to go through and find that one. But I showed him that to his face and went, "Yeah, I sent you that like a couple of years ago." Yeah. Say Matt of the fish shop. Fish shop who? But yeah, like I don't know. It's weird because like MJ Aquascaping was sat in Horizon watching my YouTube videos, and I was like, "This doesn't." I've just went and collabed with Fish Shop Matt. How's that make sense? George Farmer's in my Discord, although he's just dropped a picture of his tanks and left. That's mad. Like, yeah, anything is possible. No, I don't.
Each step is like a milestone, though. That's the best way to look at it. Like, you see those things and you think, I'm doing something right. That's a step in the right direction.
It's like I found it perplexing, and I'll probably have to pull up that live and clip it at some point and like do maybe a little side by side saying the moment Fish Shop Matt joined my live to the moment I'm not Matt, like because he joined one of my lives and commented like early last year, something like that. And I was just like, wow. I was like trying to keep cool. And I just really wasn't.
That was massive fanboy moment. It's one of them, isn't it?
Oh my God. I was like, you're right, Matt. How are you doing, Matt? You okay, Matt? It's just like, I couldn't hold back the excitement. Yeah. Still sometimes get every now and again. And he's like, just shut up, William. But yeah, like it was very surreal. And yeah, I don't know who's watching. There's people watching. I just don't know who. And if they want to work with me and collab with me, I would be more than happy to do so. It's just they've got to reach out to me. I don't see the point of firing my shot in the dark until I feel like I've built a bit more of a reputation, built a bit more of a platform. Because at the end of the day, it's about numbers for some people. And if I've got enough numbers that make sense for them, then I see that's when I could maybe reach out to people and do so. With Matt, it was a bit different. Matt really appreciated and enjoyed my content and been watching it for a fair bit. And we'd had a bit of back and forth. And yeah, like it was that's how that like come to fruition. I appreciate that to this day for the opportunity that Matt gave me because my channel's very much gained a lot more eyes now. So it's nice to have for sure. Nice to have Johnny in here as well. Thanks for popping in, Johnny. The infamous Maidenhead Blackpool manager.
I have to take a trip down there at some point. That's another one. I keep saying I'm going to go and I never do.
Or if you know, my Just Dance partner. The weekend just gone.
Was it on the Wii?
It was on the Switch, unfortunately.
Oh okay, yeah, fair enough.
It was on the Wii, it'd be better, but it was on
Classic.
the Switch. Yeah, no, because of my posture, I don't know what my posture was when I was doing it. I was like Quasimodo busting moves. But yeah, moving on because my next three questions are quite basic, so I'll let you. How many more have you got?
I have got another. I've got another one for you. So
okay,
this one moves quite nicely from the previous one. So moving forward, what is your next channel goal? Whether it be a sub milestone, a collab goal, what's next for Adam Seven Fish Tanks? Apart from getting 7 fish tanks.
That's a low one. Come on. The goal would be to have 7 fish tanks, but that's an easy one. I think I'll separate my goal. I'll go into my goal and whatever I'm doing with my tanks. If you're seeing that bag up there, there is a Scaper 15 in there. So yeah, I may be adding 4 tanks soon. But yeah, getting into my goals and aspirations for the channel. I think my next goal, or what I want to be achieving next, is every video I put out minimum 1,000 views. And that is going to be the biggest threshold I need to surpass. Once I do that, the subs will come and everything else. But it's all about reaching that milestone of every time I upload, I'm guaranteed 1K. That's what and once I do that, I know the ball will start rolling. I think I'm at a point right now where almost every video I put out is doing that. But I've done my beginners video and that's hit 400 views, which I'm quite happy about. Although I think it may deserve more. It's my channel's just not quite there yet. And like I was talking about earlier about the fact that I could do a shop tour and every shop tour I do guarantees 1K. I think I want it to be every video I put out hits 1K. So yeah, it's a matter of if not when, but I'm just going to keep on putting in the hard work and hopefully it'll pay off. So yeah, I think that's what I want to achieve. Every video I put out will hit 1K. And if I do that, then I know the rest will come. I'll know I'll reach the sub count and etc. But it is a matter of time before that happens. And it's just about me persisting and getting as much content out as I can possible.
I think once you start getting into the rhythm of the persistency and you start getting into the rhythm of making the content to the standard that the high standard that you set yourself, I think it sort of flows, doesn't it? You start getting into that rhythm and then you think, actually, I can keep going at this and I'm not going to get burnt out. Whereas I feel it can be really draining. If you upload a couple of videos and they get 50 views, it can be really draining. So when you start getting into that rhythm of persistent interaction, and it sort of lifts you to produce the best content you possibly can, if that makes sense.
I feel like speaking to Matt and other people about it, like it's about, you know, if you're consistently uploading, at some point someone's going to see one of your videos. And like, this is what I mean. I got to the point where I was fortunate enough to do the videos with Matt, and he gave me the time of day to go down and spend the day with him, really. And now that people, their eyes have seen me involved in a video with Matt, they go, okay, let's go onto his channel. And if I didn't have anything on my channel, it was just me and Matt, people would be like, hi, bye, quick. But I've noticed there's been a lot of people that have commented saying, oh, I've just found you through Matt, I'm going to work my way through your videos. And then they're working through, and there's like a video from almost a year ago, and they go, I really enjoyed this. I think this was quite a good insight. I'm like, that's the rewarding thing. So it's like preparing yourself for if a video does go up, it's about making sure you've got a catalog there, but it's also making sure that you're providing the consistency too, because having conversation with the likes of Matt again, sorry for going Matt, but it's easy to relay off him because of the conversations I've had. It's like he said, there's people that have recently subscribed to me that are asking for videos that I've done like 2 years ago, but it's realizing that new views are going to come in and maybe they're not going to go through all your videos and they're waiting for you to provide a new one. So it's about doing things and making sure that it's consistent, but also redoing things, but you can always do it a bit different too. What's this? Sorry, I'm just seeing a lot of comments. I don't want to ignore anyone. See, that's why I started the whole who thing. We all put our trousers on one leg at a time. All Jock Thompson Barnes, none of us better than the next. Yeah. Matt's a pure gent and he's proved it time and time again. Adam 72. JAH, fantastic. All good, folks. the back catalogue. Thank you, Miss G. That's exactly what I want everyone to see, the fish keeping hobby. Yeah, exactly. Like the conversations I've had with Matt and other people is that we get this platform and it's about using it in the right way and providing people with knowledge and content to work off. Here's Minx. Mia,
I've got Olive at the door as well.
could you? We need to treat everyone and give Minx a treat too. Could you go and get the treats and bring them in, please?
Minx treat time.
Yeah,
What
it's
she was doing before.
what
I came in the room and the treats on the floor.
she's broke into them.
Yeah.
Could you go and get them, please? I'll give. She's had a bit too many today.
She's getting chunk.
Yeah, she's getting large.
I was giving Olive sprats before. I don't know if you've seen them. They're like, sprats are fish, but these are like freeze dried fish that are like this big. Oh, the smell is horrific.
Could you bring that chair over as well?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna get her to hop up on the chair. All right, everyone, you get an exclusive Minx content for the live.
Can you see that?
Yes, this is what everyone wants to see.
You're getting Minx up on the chair. Yeah, come on, come here, up here. Oh, yeah. Don't rub me leg. Come here. I know this is what cats do, but yeah, up here. Yeah. Oh.
Just drop it.
Oh, she's hopping up. Oh, there you go. You got some Minx content. Here you go. Another one.
Tuesday night Minx show. Here we go.
Finger. Right, Minx, what you gonna say to the chat? Here you go. One more.
Yeah.
Right, we're done. We're done now. You've took over. Don't look at me for more. The pack's half empty. Look at the size of that. She's broke into them. Spent scranning them. No wonder you're not eating your food. And now she's watching the tank. I don't want to get too close. Hi there. You're right. Ooh.
This is where she smacks you.
Yeah, I'm backing up.
Live on camera.
Well, there you go. Mia's got rid of her. Thank you. Haha, trust me when I say in the fish shop who was probably the kindest defensive comment. Haha, you should see my block comments. Yeah, me and Matt spoke about his block comments, and man, yeah, it gets freaky. People are nasty sometimes. Mr. G started the movement with that. Yeah, we genuinely at one point considering a fish shop who t-shirt. Me mum said she's fatter. Yeah, Minx is. I hope you're talking about Minx. I don't think me a bit. Yeah. My mum's put she's getting fatter. Said I hope you're on about Minx.
Wow.
Yeah. I'll buy you a pint one day. Hey, having a pint with Matt is a blessing. That's a bucket list thing to say. Imagine saying that you've been watching the guy for like 4 years on YouTube, and then you've sat there and had a pint with him. That's mental. I wish I could add more, but we had places to be. We could do a collaborative T-shirt, Adam. Hey, that'd be good. That'd be a good launch for the new website too. What's the website you and AH are using? It's a lot better than Teespring. Teespring is getting thrown in the bin. They have been doing my head in.
Are you still having problems?
So they gave me money after like 7 months, which again, I'm not too fussed about the money. It's just the fact that I've requested it and it said, oh, it'll be a week and it'll be in your account. And I've chased them up on it because here's the thing. If I was actually getting a load of T-shirt sales, then what am I doing with that money? It's just like, you get me? Like, I'd have lost out. And also, it's not just about the money. Subscribers like Mr. G and others have bought stuff from them and it hasn't shown up. So yeah, I bought a mug for me member giveaway and they've only just sent it out. So that member, the 2,000 subscriber giveaway, which was a month ago, they've only just sent it out and the send time was meant to be a week and a half. So yeah, I was getting messages off the guy who won the giveaway saying, it's no stress at all, but I haven't received it. I went, that's not good. I'm trying to report you for being a member. So yeah. Sort that out. I need a pint with you. Yeah, we'll have a pint, Martin, when I'm up your ways for the concert. I'm up to December in it, yeah.
Glasgow. I thought it was November.
No, it's December, Glasgow.
Was that the Quad Echo?
Quebec one, yeah.
I didn't know that he was like not doing rap music anymore. I thought he was still.
Yeah, you were like, why is he going to see him? Like, he's doing something very weird, like very artistic. Yeah, it's different. I like it though. His new album, it's very nichey, but the other two I really enjoyed. Who are you using, Adam? I'm using Teespring. They need to get in the bin. I know MD uses them. But what's that other one? Fourth Wall. Yeah, Fourth Wall. I'm gonna do. Mr. G's not happy with Teespring because he ordered 2 t-shirts. He wanted his white Adam his white A7FT t-shirt for the summer and couldn't get it. I'll sort out Fourth Wall. I'm gonna get that sorted very soon. That's on my to-do list. Yeah, merch. I think merch is just an essential thing. If I've got advice to like pass down to yourself, mate, yeah, just have, even if you're not selling merch, just have a bit of t-shirt with your own branding on, because at least then like it creates a uniform for your videos. It's not a must, but like I think it just keeps people affiliated with like, oh, when they're watching you and they're seeing that, like it'll connect the dots for them, kind of thing.
Yeah, that's the plan. I've had a sort of mess about a couple of designs and things like that the past couple of weeks, because I had one printed a long time ago. I think it's in one of the videos. Oh my days!
Not good.
It is terrible.
This is my earliest prototype. It's a zip-up hoodie. I throw it on when the black A7F t-shirt is in the wash.
Yeah.
And I tried to do some kind of like, can you see that?
Is that the hung slaw in the back?
It's the hung sloy, but it's like a mosaic kind of look.
Oh, nice. That looks pretty cool, though, to be fair.
What are you thinking on that?
Yeah, it's nice. I rate it.
I never asked anyone because I was messing around with it, but like the whole like cropping around it was a bit weird. And like what I'd done is I put a picture of a hung sloy into Canva, and then like I used some kind of like mosaic effect on there. And yeah, I never did anything. To be honest, I've not sold anything AH aside from Mr. G buying things, or me buying things for other people. Mr. G Martin is a big supporter, of course. So let's get into our 3 other things. We're probably a lot later on the live than you anticipated. Obviously, it went Tim Pot earlier.
It's all right.
What would you say I know what your answer is going to be. Your personal favourite school fishes?
Yeah, that is an obvious.
I wonder what that is. I wonder what that is.
Do you want to hazard a guess?
Raspberry Tetra.
Close enough. Yeah, I want some more of them. I really do want some more of them. I was meant to go to. Laura had mentioned they got some in at Baldy.
Yeah,
I didn't go. I should have done. I don't know if they still got them in, so I'll have to ask her. But
I think they got them frequently, so yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to get another 4 at least. Just to, I've got 6, but if you get more, the schooling behaviours are just nicer to watch, aren't they? And it's more natural as well. So that's the plan. That's the plan. Although I think Toucan Tetras is another one that's up there. I would absolutely love to get a group of them, but again, it's about sort of setting up a specific tank for them, I think. So we'll see. Maybe that's one for the future. But yeah, the blueberry tetras, I've had quite a few different types of tetras. Tetras are my favourites anyway. I've had quite a few different types, and the blueberries are just, the colours are stunning. And every time you walk past the tank, you're like, they're cool. Like, I like them. So yeah. Although I did quite like, it's a bit of a strange one, but I did quite like penguins.
We've got penguins in our display in the discus tank, and there's like 100 of them or more, and they're all just balled up like sardines. They're really cool to have in a schooling group. Ones for me, Pentazona barbs, Odessa barbs are really cool.
I've got Olive. She's made an appearance. Hang on.
Okay, we're getting a dog appearance, everyone.
We're getting an Olive appearance now as well. Here we go.
Every cat there's a dog.
Hello. Are you okay? Did you have a nice walk? Yeah. Just like chilled out for once.
Here's all.
Minx is plotting in the corner. She's like, right.
She's having a nice gulp of water after eating a full bag of treats to herself.
She's thinking, wait until you get off this live, Adam. I swear.
Well, she looked like she was going to cook, but she will, most definitely. Best centerpiece fish.
Oh, that's an interesting one that I've owned or
That you'd like to own.
oh, that's a really good question. You know, there's quite a few. There is quite a few. I like my gouramis. I don't know why. There's something about them that I do like.
I love the little Adantois. Like watching me honey, I used to have a red honey gourami. I think they're called thick lip gourami. They was missold or something else. I swear you said centipede fish for a second. Matt, listen, I know I'm Scouse, but my accent isn't that thick.
Yeah, one of them. We'll have a centipede fish.
It's like I watch. It's funny watching them go over towards it and I go like this. Yeah, like feel something with the little feelers before they like peck it, something like that.
Yeah, that's it. It's a hard question because I don't really go for centerpiece fish. As weird as it sounds, the last one I had was a dwarf gourami, which was I had it off somebody because their angelfish were attacking it. They'd been and got 2 gouramis, put them in with the angelfish, and it had been horrendous. So
the cichlids mixed together in it,
yeah. So I ended up with a gourami, which I loved. It was great. It was really friendly as well. But other than that, I don't think I've ever really kept a centerpiece fish.
Never had an Episto, a beta.
I've got the beta at the moment. An alien beta is probably up there. I've had one before, and it was a blue placat. It was stunning, absolutely stunning. I'd love another one of those, maybe in a green coloration. But yeah, I think maybe that would be something I could look into in the future. I think that was probably, other than that, I love schooling species. So it's a bit of a difficult question, really. But yeah.
What would you say the best bottom dweller is? I know everyone goes Corey straight away.
For me personally, Otter Singlers.
Yeah,
I love Otter Singlers. I've had them in nearly every setup.
I've got 3 types in here at the minute. I've got me. Ooh, can you see?
How's your giant?
It's right there. Can you see it?
Yeah, on the right hand side.
Yeah, I've got me giant one there. I'm going to do maintenance after this. I got some of that moss ball algae growing scattered around. These hovering loaches are cool, but they're a bit nippy. Oh, I've just scared it a bit. Parotta Cinclus heroldi. It's like there. It's like
yeah, I can see it. Just in the gap.
Little spotty, and then I've got me zebra Otto right at the back. I got 3 types, but I definitely want a Robo Otto.
Yeah.
Way past my bedtime. Catch up soon. Take care, Martin. Thanks for popping in. But yeah, that is all of green and blue phantom. Yeah, I want to keep them. I really want to keep a green Otto. Have you seen them? Really nice.
What was that? Sorry, the
green Otto Cinclus.
Yeah, they're really hard to find, though, aren't they?
Yeah,
green
Robo Otto. I'd love.
I don't know if have you heard of Oliver Knott, the aquascaper?
No.
He posted on Instagram about green Otter Cinclus a couple of weeks ago, and they're stunning. The photos he'd taken were unreal. I think his Instagram is, I want to say it's okay as back.
There was a type of Otto that shown up in the shop that we got that was in the mix with the normal Ottos. You see that?
That's cool.
I think it passed, but I really wish I took it home with me. It was just mixed in with the normal autos, but I think I sent it to Rebecca and she identified it for me. I'll scroll up and find it. Yeah, she went Histonatus notatus tatus. Yeah. I'm sorry, Adam, you haven't heard of Oliver. Is he on Instagram or YouTube? Oliver.
I don't know if he does YouTube, but he definitely does Instagram. Instagram's like his
What's his Instagram name?
at OK is back.
OK is back.
Literally just the letters OK.
Yeah. Yes. This guy, yeah.
Yeah, that's him.
Yeah. Okay, that I was getting confused because I was thinking you're on about YouTuber. Yeah, I am very aware of this guy. Yeah, I'm aware of him. Yeah.
Yeah, it might be on there. It wasn't that long ago when he posted the photos of them, but they are, like you say, they're stunning, aren't they?
Did I share something of his and he liked it? There's a lot of Instagrammers that I'll repost, like if they posted a really cool aquascape, a really cool fish, I'll like repost it onto my story, as a way to like share it. Yeah, his stuff's incredible. He's very good. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Don't worry, Matt. You don't need to berate me for not knowing of this guy. Yeah, no, he's great. He's great.
Yeah.
I don't really know many of them by the name, especially since I think he's Asian, isn't he? So I was like, I didn't know what to call him. But yeah, he's incredible.
Yeah, I know. I've been following. I don't know if you've heard of Ty. I don't know if you say his second name. He does a lot of work with George Farmer. He specialises in biotopes. Ty Streetman, is it?
Yeah. I
He's
think
got a book coming out.
Yeah, very good, very good.
Yeah. He's posting some stunning biotopes recently. I think he went on a trip. I'm not sure to where. South America. It's normally South America somewhere, but he come back and has done some biotopes recently, and they're stunning. Again on Instagram, unbelievable.
That's the thing with like the biotopes and like brown tanks, though. They don't do super great, but they look so good, don't they? It's like like if we do a black water setup, people are going to go, why is your tank dirty? You know, well, actually, no, it's meant to be for the fish. And yeah, it's such a conflicting thing, but I love biotope setups and Blackwater. Pardon me. The Blackwater biotope one in Maidenhead, Taunton, yeah, was really good. Been done by Martin, I think, with the fasciatus tetra. I'm not going to say the first thing because I'll get demonetized. But yeah. Matt knows what I'm on about, and I think it's gone up my head now. Matt knows, and
wait for Matt's comment.
Matt's gonna tell me off now.
But yeah, I think there you go, Black Diamond Tetra.
Yeah, Black Diamond Tetra. Yeah, that's the right name. Yeah. Can't believe.
Yeah, there's so many. Maybe there was another bit of the name.
Yeah. You don't need to get it bang on. Yeah. It's funny. I was saying to you when your name popped up in conversation with Matt. So it's nice to have Matt in here now, and you can say whatever you like.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's nice to. I really appreciate you getting me on. It's been great. I've really enjoyed it. It's nice to just have a face-to-face conversation. I know we speak on Discord a lot, but it's nice to be able to have a proper conversation.
Exactly.
And it's really nice, and it's nice to sort of get involved with the community more, because before your Discord community, I didn't really know anybody in the hobby. Mm-hmm. Like even through YouTube, I knew 2, 3 people, and that was just friends that have fish tanks that are interested in the hobby to a degree. I didn't really know anybody that was sort of really involved in it, whether it be the social media aspect, the YouTube, the Instagram. I didn't really know anyone. So joining the Discord is just great. It's a whole nother dimension where you can just get involved with like-minded people from all different areas, various countries, and it really has sort of opened a lot of doors, and it's been great. So I really appreciate that as well.
Thank you so much. That's the idea with it. There you go. We said the full Latin name.
Not going to try and pronounce that. Net.
Yeah, don't. Damn, Sacha. I knew there was a
Really
bit more. Yeah.
You'll either get botched or demonetized, one or the other, or both.
Yeah. Yeah, you've got it right there, Matt. But yeah, the Discord, like the idea with the Discord was to again like get like-minded people in, and like obviously with lives, I was having a lot of people asking me just general fish keeping questions. Now people can just speak in the Discord, and you'll be able to find out that way. And like, there's fish shop owners, YouTubers, fish shop managers, fish shop workers. There's just hobbyists, there's breeders, there's so many types of fish keeper in there, and there's now bigger names like George and Matt in there too, and Aquarium Adventures. So it's like. It opened up a whole different dimension, and I know Mr. G is very prominent in there, but like he's very much like the life of the Discord. He'll keep the chat going, of course. It can be a lonely hobby, so it's great to meet others. Exactly, Adam. Like that's what the Discord has done. I remember setting it up, and I'd never done Discord until now. Yeah, a lot of people have said that, and now like that's where they'll speak on the daily, because like. Fish keeping is very much a isolating, lonely hobby if you don't branch out. And like, I think we're now in the age of social media, and I think a lot of people feel afraid to get judged in these forums and group chats. So having a Discord where it's an open community, and if any of that wild stuff goes on, people usually get kicked out if there's anyone like insulting another person or whatever. It is never like that. I think the early days of it, there was a lot of back and forth between passionate hobbyists. I'm not going into that too much. I'll probably tell you after the live. But it was funny, like the passionate rants between two different people about their opinions and stuff like that. But it's no longer like that. It's just people having a general chat about like the day-to-day life and day-to-day things to do with the tanks or what they're going to do and stuff like that.
It's just really nice. It's nice that everybody's so friendly. Like, I was on about Venezuelan orange cories about a week ago, and obviously you've got Steve in there, climbing Aquatics, who knows everything about so many types of cories, and he's just there to give you the information and help you with, whether I can get them with the fish that I've already got, whether they're compatible, what will work, and having people like that, the information is just, the knowledge is something you can't get online. You can't go online and search for 30, 35 years worth of knowledge that somebody's accumulated with one species. It's really refreshing. It's a nice community, and that's credit to yourself.
Thank you. It's again, like the Discord is the life of the channel at the minute, and it'd be nice if YouTube had an answer for that. I know they're doing like the community page at the minute, but it kind of like took off for a minute and then dipped off. Like a couple of people things there just dipped off. Hopefully YouTube can make an answer for that at some point. But I think it'll always be Discord until otherwise. Like it's the best platform for people to communicate with and stuff like that. And I'm not sure if many people know, but there is actually, I'll probably promote after the live too, there is a voice channel. If people want to set like a little time to say, oh, we should all hop on the Discord and like speak amongst each other about stuff, that's an open thing too. I think we've ticked all points for tonight. It's been great having you on, mate. Honestly, it's been a pleasure to have you on. And if the 9 people that are left here, the people who are watching it re-uploaded too, make sure to check out Jay's channel, Hooked Aquatics. He's up and coming. His channel started to gain some traction now. It caught my eye for sure. and like it's picking up. And of course, you said you've been doing it a while, but you've been taking it more serious as of recent, and you can see that in the content of the channel. And of course, you were saying you're doing niche content, but we need that in the hobby, and we need that the people that will do that kind of thing. Because I remember I done a video on a Pandagora, and I had a couple hundred views, and then over the past almost 2 years, my channel's been up. It's now got almost 2K views or over 2K views now, because like it's got people have gone back to that, or it's been there. So I'm sure that video will pick up at some point. It will over lifetime get a lot more views. But yeah, thank you so much everyone for dealing with the absolute nightmares trying to get it finally working. We had to do this format. I would have preferred to have done it in the shorts format and what YouTube provides you, but YouTube failed us tonight, unfortunately. Hopefully that can be sorted. Maybe it's a bug with the live or something going off or something wrong. So yeah, I'll try and figure it out. Hopefully the next one that I'll have a guest on, it isn't as messy. If it doesn't, we can do this again. There's no problem with that, but preferably the other one next time. I've subscribed to Jay from the stream. I look forward to checking out his videos. Thanks a lot, Lucy, for checking that out. But yeah, thank you so much, everyone, for popping in.
Thank you very much, Lucy, as well. Really appreciate it.
On my PC that you were live. Ha ha ha. Yeah, it was probably about 7 or 8, closer to that number. If I was persistent, I really wanted it to go right. I didn't want to waste Jay's time and everyone else's time. You always set aside this time slot to watch. A lot of people are probably up later because you usually watch these lives at 8 and finish at 9 or 10. So thank you all for watching. Have a great night. Thanks a lot, Jay, for popping on. As I said previously, everyone check out his channel. See you later.
Thank you very much, Adam. Really appreciate it, mate. Take care. Thanks, everyone.
Mia shouting by across the room. Right, figure out how to end now without having to leave the studio. Is there any way to do that?
Yeah, it's one of them, isn't it? I think I'll just click this and it backs me out.
Oh, there you go. I found it. End stream. See you later.
See you guys.